previously on Howdy Folks.
Did someone tell you it was all right to mine at night? Call me, I'm mesothelioma.
And now we are proud to present the next exciting chapter.
All right. Here's a random childhood memory for you that I'm sure all of you are going to definitely be able to relate to. When I was younger, there were commercials for people who were exposed to asbestos and who contracted mesothelioma because of their exposure to asbestos. These commercials played all of the time, and they are so burned into my conscious now that I have them memorized, right? Like, do you or a loved one, has you and a loved one been exposed to asbestos? Has your asbestos exposure led to mesothelioma? You may be entitled to cash benefits and rewards if you sue your employer for your exposure to asbestos leading to mesothelioma. Call now if mesothelioma is the thing that you have due to your exposure with asbestos. These commercials played constantly, all of the time, and it was the same like woman doing the voiceover on all of them. Like, we will represent you against your former employer who exposed you to asbestos, and also the people who made asbestos, and also Ronald McDonald, because Ronald McDonald has asbestos, and then also mesothelioma. Do you have mesothelioma because of asbestos? Call us. You could be entitled to billions, trillions even. Don't get into a class action lawsuit. That's not going to benefit you. You want direct payment to you for your mesothelioma. So be sure to call us right now, and we'll get that all sorted out for you because you were exposed to asbestos, and now you have mesothelioma. Now I don't have television. I mean, I have TVs, but I don't get a terrestrial television beamed to my home. I'm not about that life, you know. What do I look like? Some kind of a boomer to you? To a lot of you, probably yes. At my advanced age, in my late 20s, I probably do look like a boomer. That was a mistake. That was a boomer move, and now I'm just stuck with cobblestone slabs because I'm an idiot. But it's okay. I'll make some cobblestone vertical slabs out of them, and then I can use the cobblestone vertical slabs to do nothing. There's nothing useful I can do with a cobblestone slab. Apparently, we're just stuck. Oh, look at this. I can make a culinary station. Okay, well, I'll just make like a stack and a half of culinary stations then. Look at this. I can turn them into mossy cobblestone. How about that? Isn't that nifty? I'm going to go make myself some block placers. That'll be great. That'll be real fun. What a waste of time. What a horrible mistake I've made. That's fine. We'll just tidy up our inventory. We'll continue on our way. I don't get terrestrial television, so it's been a long time for me since I've heard mesothelioma commercials. But lo and behold, I was over at my parents' house the other day, and as I was walking through the house, I heard, coming from the television, has you or a loved one been exposed to asbestos? And I froze in place, and I held my breath, and I waited, because I knew at any minute now I would hear it, and I was so excited, and I was not let down when the next thing I heard was, have you developed mesothelioma? I was like, yes! Yeah! Some things never change. Like mesothelioma from asbestos, some things stay the same. Like how you can sue anyone for anything. Oh, it was so good. I was so happy. It really warmed my heart. Now listen, I know mesothelioma is no laughing matter. So please understand that's not what I'm laughing at. And yes, asbestos is bad. Understand that I'm not taking pot shots at people with mesothelioma, or people who are exposed to asbestos. It's been so many different commercials that are all the same commercial since basically as far back as I can remember. I can remember being a little bitty tyke, and it's the same commercial. It's, do you have mesothelioma due to your exposure to asbestos? It's the same thing! And it was just nice, you know, in this ever-changing world in which we live in, to be exposed to something like that again, and just hear, like, oh, okay, this is still a thing that happens. Not asbestos. We don't do that. We're not about that life anymore. But hearing, like, oh, okay, these commercials still exist. The younger generation is still being brought up, listening to the words of asbestos and mesothelioma. It was comforting. It was comforting to me in the moment to realize that, yes, this is going to endure through the ages, and people aren't going to forget the legacy. Until everyone who had, you know, asbestos exposure and mesothelioma is dead. At which case, there will be no more reason to have lawsuits over it because there's not going to be any. There's not going to be anyone else to launch lawsuits unless Asbestos makes a comeback. Which, I mean, I don't know. Are we ready for that? Are we ready for Asbestos to be like, I'm back, baby. Stick me in your walls. Stick me in your brakes. Stick me in all of your appliances. Asbestos! Asbestos is awful. It's really bad stuff. So I don't know. Is it going to make a comeback? It could. In the world we're living in, I don't know. What if it's like a retro sort of throwback thing? What if all the kids are like, man, I'm all about that Asbestos, man. It's not that bad. You know what I'm talking about? You know how the youth are, where they're like, man, this thing that was actually bad is kind of cool now. Like, man, I don't know. Mesothelioma seems sick. Well, it is. It is sick. It's real sick, and you don't want it. Not that cool sick, mind you. I don't know. Are you folks still with me? I realize we're just now below sea level. So that's great. We're making excellent headway. So I guess now that I'm kind of back making YouTube videos again, and listen, Let's Plays are not my focus, right? Oh, I guess we can't mine that. Yeah, we need an iron pickaxe. Well, we can go make one of those, I suppose. Let's Plays are not going to be my focus. My focus is still to create content sort of like my Buzz Lightyear video. And I really want to get that finished. There's a couple more things I need to do in order to really put the final touches on the Buzz Lightyear Definitive Edition remaster of this video that I've decided to make to sort of kick things off. And then I can move on to creating other videos like that. That's my priority now, So if it comes down to doing something like this, doing a Let's Play like this, and doing one of those, Let's Plays are just going to be put on hold. But that said, I still enjoy a good Let's Play. And there's some things I want to get back into. I mean, do you folks remember Satisfactory? I do. So that right there is going to be enough for a pick and one additional tool. I don't know why I said it like that. An additional tool. Let's go ahead and do a dump here. So we're going to put dirt and stone inside of here. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to build stone staircases. So you'll notice I'm doing a bit of a different thing here than what we did with the previous mine, where I just kind of dug straight down. This time around, we're going to have a staircase going all the way to the bottom, because that seems like it'll be a lot of fun. A much quicker journey back up as well. Things that aren't those objects. Oh, actually, hold on. I could probably cook that chicken up. Why it didn't cook up before, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess this is a newly acquired chicken. Once the iron's done, we'll throw the chicken in there. There should be enough juice left to get this one cooked up. By juice, I mean coal. All right. Get that chicken cooked up. Anything that is not... I guess we'll bring the coal down with us. We don't need feathers, sweet blossoms. We don't need both of these crafting sticks. Although, actually, we do now that I think about it. So all of this can go in here. We'll go ahead and put that in there as well. So there we go. And then this will be for dirt and cobblestone. And then we can upgrade this. Is this it? That's not it. What's the recipe? Uses? Oh, right. We need a chest. All right, not to worry. We've got the materials. We can make that happen. Back in we go. Wabari. Wabera. Doobie-die. Doobie-die. I do that every time. We're going to leave that one behind because this is the only one we need now. This is our everything. And then we'll build ourselves a little bit of an iron pickaxe. Then we need to find some more iron, so that we can go and find a, what is this? Raw uranium. Sure, yeah, that sounds like a fun thing to bring around with us. We need to find more iron so that hopefully we can get ourselves some shears and make a bed. Because I've remembered now that in this game, this version of Minecraft, you can be attacked by, oh, you didn't sleep monsters if you don't sleep. And I'm not about that life. So let's hopefully go get one more piece of iron. It's about to be dark, so I don't know if really down in this mine is where we want to be in the middle of the night, but I don't want to spend another night up on top of this hill. So I'm going to do my best to just sort of seal this off. And I don't know how much time I've got left before the... Wait, seal this off? That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm building a staircase. I'm building a staircase to make it easier for monsters to get to me. Talk about delusions. Goodness gracious, but it's fun, though. It's fun, though. Maybe we should start from the bottom and work our way up. I feel like that's going to be a faster... Yeah, this is going to be much faster. Okay. I don't need your comments. I've learned from my mistakes. Here we go. So we're going to make a nice staircase here to a hole in the bottom of a mine where monsters can easily like corner me and then devour me in their own time. They can have boundless patience, and they can just be like, no, I'll play with my food a bit before I eat them. It'll be fun. No big deal. I am going to go ahead and collect the nickel, even though I don't know what I might need it for. It could be handy at some point in the future. And if it's not, that's fine. I wonder if I should add stairs to the top as well. I think if I did that, I would need to take out an additional block layer to really make sure there's enough room. But how does that look alongside... Hold on, let me do this here, where it's going to be kind of like that. Oh, that does look pretty good, actually. And it's the same amount of distance between them. And I can pass through it just fine. So actually, maybe I do want to do that. But maybe let's not make it a primary focus right now, because we have a limited number of building materials. But then also, I'm doing it. Okay, we're risking our lives a little bit here. There's no monsters around. Okay, we're fine. I can come out here. I can put down some light. We're okay. Everything is good. Everything is grand. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Everything is awesome. It's falling into place, and I just can't wipe this smile off my face. Life's a happy song when there's sheep by your side to cheer along. So I watched the Muppet movie for the first time in my life. I've never seen any Muppet movies, period. The closest I ever came was one time I went over to my friend's house, and she's like, we got to watch Muppet Treasure Island. This was 10 plus years ago, and I was like, okay, but we didn't actually pay attention to the movie. I think we ended up doing math homework instead. Yeah, you thought that was going to go somewhere spicy, didn't you? I was like, yeah, but we didn't really pay attention to the movie. We did schoolwork, like the good Christian children we were. And I think we got A's, so there you go. But I don't know. I finally watched the Muppet movie from like 2011 or whatever it was with Jason Segel, and it was a life-changing experience. I loved it. I think the most Muppets I've ever seen in my life up until then was the Muppet 3D experience in Disney World, which is pretty good. You know, and I know the characters. You can't live in the modern era without kind of understanding the basic concepts of the characters and everything, but it was such a good movie. It was such a good movie. And then after that, I watched Muppet Treasure Island again, but this time paying attention. And again, absolutely phenomenal. So then I watched the second, I think, most recent Muppet show that aired on ABC, I believe. And it was atrocious. Oh, it was absolutely awful. It was one of the worst things I've ever had the displeasure of having displayed before me. My eyes burned. I was in actual pain. It was terrible. So the concept of the show is like, oh, it's the Muppets are doing a show, but it's Miss Piggy's show. It's not a Muppet show. It's Miss Piggy's got like a talk show, and Kermit's the producer, and they're broken up, and Kermit's just a little bit of a rude man, and he's a little bit of a jerk, and everyone's a little bit of a jerk, and ooh, Fozzie Bear's dating a real-life woman, and her dad's a racist, because, oh, you're dating a bear Muppet? Oh, these jokes are going to be painfully obvious and on the nose. I hated it so much. It was all so bad, and it ended after one season, thank God. Apparently, the sequel to the movie isn't that bad, but Jason Segel wasn't involved, and I feel like that's where all the heart came from, and I don't want to watch it if there's no heart, so I don't know. I feel like I got into the Muppets. I watched 2 really good Muppets things and 1 really bad one, and I don't want to risk it anymore. There was the one thing I liked, and I really liked it, and I don't want to risk being hurt by anything else. So I don't know. If you have any Muppet projects you recommend me checking out, please comment them down below. I'll go back and I'll have a look, but I don't know if I want to risk anything more modern because it might ruin this. See, I don't even have nostalgia for the Muppets. I just discovered them. This is like a month ago, but I already love them, and I don't want that perception ruined by any more Disney garbage, because that's what Disney makes now. It's just garbage, isn't it? If we're all going to be honest with ourselves, what good has Disney done? Marvel's good. Disney made a couple of good Star Warses. I think episode 7 had promise, but going back to episode 7 now hurts because you see like the mystery box is constructed before your eyes and then you already know what's inside of it and it just kind of ruins everything, right? Like go back to episode 7. If you really force yourself to watch it outside of the context of 8 and 9, I think it's still pretty good. But knowing where it goes just ruins it. And it's so disheartening to just see all that potential wasted and realize that, well, this is it then. This is Disney's Star Wars, and it's just trash is all it is. It's just not good. It's dumb bad movie for dumb bad people, made by dumb bad people, and it's just never going to be good again. Dave Filoni's great. Love Dave Filoni. He's still doing good stuff with the shows. Hope the shows continue to be good. Mandalorian was great. But that really doesn't have anything to do with Disney, does it? That was just literally, it was Disney, and they said, hey, you know what? We're going to step back and let Dave Filoni and Happy Hogan make this one. And it was good. I'm sorry, I've forgotten Happy Hogan's real life name. It's literally, the man who directed the first 2 Iron Man movies. I don't think the third. He plays Happy Hogan. I feel like there's an F involved. Favreau. It is Favreau. We made it there in the end. That's good, but that's like has nothing to do with Disney. It's literally the least involvement any of the higher ups. It's like Kathleen Kennedy was just napping when that was made. Bless her. And that's a great show. Rebels was good, but it was no Clone Wars. The last 3 episodes of the last season of Clone Wars were good. The bits with the Bad Batch episodes weren't great, were they? I mean, I know there's the whole Bad Batch show coming out, and I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm going to watch it, but that wasn't a very good arc. And then the Ahsoka helps the sisters with the runaway robot or whatever happened there. That wasn't very good. That was pretty bad. That was like middle of the show stuff, you know, because the Clone Wars had its ups and downs. It wasn't all gold. And that was definitely some bronze level writing there. It wasn't fantastic, but then the last 3 episodes with Ahsoka and Maul and all that. Now that was content. That was undeniably content at its best. Loved that. But I don't know. Disney is not good. Star Wars is not good. It's not good. Muppets, except for the one. See, it seems like when they really hand it over and let someone else run with it, they do good, right? So, is Marvel good? As a whole, mostly good, but the best Marvel projects are the ones where even Marvel, Disney said, Marvel, do your own thing, and Kevin Feige said, oh, we will. And then Kevin Feige said, hey, go do your own thing, Kevin Feige. And then the directors did, and that's where you get the best installments of that universe. I feel like we need more of that. We need less of studio interference and more of just, you know what, we trust you to do. We're hiring you as a skilled and talented director to direct, and we're going to stand back and let you do that. That's what we need more of in Hollywood today, my friends.